Jigoro Kano, the founder of Judo. Jigoro Kano. October 28, 1860, Mikage, May 4, 1938, Sea of Japan. The true value of Judo is realized only in the soul that intends to develop inner skills and conquer a higher point of view of reality in order to self-realize, in order to be useful. Jigoro Kano was born in the Hyogo district in the town of Mikage as the third child of a family that had a production of sake, a much-loved alcoholic beverage in Japan obtained from the fermentation of rice. His family was therefore very rich and esteemed by the whole region for the skill with which they produced this renowned drink, an activity that was now handed down from father to son. Jigoro Kano, however, is known for quite another. He was the founder of Judo, the most popular martial art in the world. But how did this well-born boy from Hyogo become the father of Judo internationally? Jigoro was in fact a small but very intelligent boy, good at school and often made fun of by classmates more robust than him. Perhaps this was one of the first reasons that led him to develop the martial art, the attempt to assert himself on people stronger than him, an attempt at revenge that rewrote the history of the martial arts world. In the movements of Judo, the search for the fluidity of the technique is not a mere exercise of gymnastic ability, but a real awareness of one's strength and how to use it in the best possible way to obtain the maximum result with the least waste of energy. This therefore also entails the acquisition of a sensitivity that allows us to face life's trials with more serenity, always having a reserve of energy to draw from. Kano founded the first judo school in 1882 after having studied for many years another martial art of Japanese origin, jiu-jitsu. At that time Japan was in a decisive historical moment. A social transformation was taking place that would lead from the feudal state to the military period in which the emperor would return to reign. In this period, the government was trying to eliminate the ancient martial arts, but Kano began to study almost in solitude in order to continue on his path. Kano was a determined and focused guy on his goal. Judo is a less violent and dangerous art than jiu-jitsu, but at the same time elegant and effective. Judo carries within itself a high moral value through which Judo has become famous. In fact, Judo is also an educational method, a combat sport that is also a method of self-defense. There is nothing bigger in the world. A person's moral education extends to another 10,000. The education of one generation embraces another 100. There is nothing more pleasant in the world. Cultivating talent and improving your fellow men, a perfume that lasts long after death. These are the words of Jigoro Kano, who could not see his sport being recognized by the Olympic Committee in 1964, 26 years after his death. Judo is a succession of kata, that is the techniques and movements to be performed, and randori, the set of techniques that aim to send the opponent to the ground but in the most elegant way possible. However, even if Judo is not practiced in the form of kata and randori, understanding their meaning is anyone who is able to live an existence that fulfills the purposes of Judo itself. Consequently, I believe that it constitutes the most appropriate behavior to achieve the goals of existence. Judo goes beyond a fighting technique, it is a way of embarking on a path to a peaceful, balanced, strong existence. It is a lifestyle, awareness and temper, the one that makes you face existence in a winning way, as did Jigoro Kano. The master made numerous trips to spread Judo around the world. He also visited Italy and the Judoist centers created in the footsteps of his teachings, which are still steeped in wisdom and go beyond simple sport, but intersect with everyday life, and for this we still thank him and celebrate him today. In many cases, successes and failures are determined by whether or not you have made the necessary effort at the right time. As long as they are convinced that they have used their mental and physical energy to the maximum effectiveness, men do not lose hope or suffer from inappropriate anxieties.